Looking at the interior of the great room, and I can see that I have a few issues here. Something strange is happening here, so I'll start there by going to the first floor plan. Nope, that's a 3D view. So I'll go to the first floor plan. I should have a section through there. Let's check the depth of field. So my view depth is enough that I'm going to be able to see what's going on. So let's go there. And I think that I just need this guy to come across to there. Let's see. Okay, there now. Let's try to join that and see what happens. So that went away. And then we can try to join this guy. Let's see. Okay, that line went away. And yes, we could join this guy too. These lines don't show up in the renderings, but we've joined it. Now here, we'll talk about that in a minute, but let's take a look at what's going on right here. I think we have that same issue. Let's close that so we don't make that mistake again. And first floor architecture. So now we have this section, which really should come back a little farther here. All right, so my depth of view is very far, and it's okay, because I'm curious about right there, and I'll be able to see that. Section to go all the way across. All right, let's that view. See right there. Should be able to just pop that guy over there. Let's go back to our 3D view 2. I think is the one we wanted. Yeah. So I think we're all right there. Let's try the join again just to see what happens. Getting that. So, okay. I definitely know what's going on here. We go to our first floor. Go through this section. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so you can see that the way that I built this wall is I built a stacked wall, and then I put another stacked wall on top of it. But this wall is too wide. So if I say the second floor wall only, I edit the type, duplicate it, and if I just call it 2 by 6, say okay, then we can go back and we'll change the thickness of that wall to just a regular 2 by 6 wall, which should be the second floor wall. Let's see, that's up here. Okay, that works for there, and then we have to change these other two at the top there. So we'll edit that. The 9.5, so we'll take that out of there, which is just the regular second floor wall. Then we'll take this guy, which is that, and we'll say okay there. See how that worked out. Much better. Okay, back to that 3D view. I think we're in good shape. This is that separation, and we don't need to see that, so I'll hide that category. And I might need to do something there. So we might as well look at it now. Back to the first one. I think that's right here. So let's go to that view and see what's going on with that wall. Yeah, see, we have this wall, but I don't have any gypsum board in there. And remember when I moved that wall, I had to fix that plywood too. But let's do one thing at a time. Architecture, component, model in place. It's a wall, so we'll change the family category to wall. Say okay to that. and it's an extrusion. We need to pick a plane. So let's see if we can get a plane in the, there's one. I just, what I saw is pick one. There we go. So that's just this, the plane, and we're going to be 3 feet in front of it and 3 feet behind that plane. So let's put that gypsum board, let's use the rectangle, put that gypsum board in here. Let's check that it's the right material. Okay, we can say okay to that and okay to that. And if we go back to this section, we'll just change the depth of that object that we just made. So I pick the wall in the background. Not sure where to put that. Up here. Guessing here, because when I look at that section, it's in the right spot there, section 18. Not sure how far I should go over there. So let's do that for now. I think we're in good shape here. But we don't know, do we? So let's remember about that. And then where's your hearing is me trying to find my mouse. Okay, there it is. So we'll go view, render in cloud, final and maximum. Right, render that. And while we're rendering that, I want to go in and put some windows in to get some sense of space here. So let's put some windows in here. Architectural window. Let's see what we have to pick from here. We have a 36 by 72 fixed window. Let's put that in and see what happens. Okay, the glass will be on the outside, so that's good. Do the rest of this design by looking at this section. So I think it would be better if this were a taller window. That's dimension in there for whatever reason we have it. So I'm going to change this to an 84. We don't have one, so I'll duplicate it. Instead of 36 by 72, we'll make it 36 by 84. And then we're going to change that to 84. 8.4 inches. Okay. And okay. And let's just put another one next to it. So copying that from here to here. Okay. Let's look at that in 3D. Can't really see it, can we? So let's spin it around. Whoops. Undo that. That might be undoing putting in the windows. So this got weird. All right, so we'll do not crop the view. There we go. All right, so now let's crop the view. Let's see. Okay. 3D view 1 is the kitchen. All right, so I'm going to delete this one. We'll go back to the first floor plan and we'll take another photograph. Let's see. Camera. Let's put the camera over here. I'm looking at the gray room. All right, so that when I hit the delete or undo rather, I thought we were going to be undoing the part of the 3D view, but it's not true. So we'll just do this again. 72. We lost our, here we go, 84. So that's still there. We'll copy it now. There. Yeah, 3D view now. So that doesn't look too bad. We need to stack some more on top of it. So let's see. If we just stack them right on top of each other. So this might be that gypsum board that I put in there, because that's a different material. Anyway, let's go back and look at our 3D view. Yeah, that gypsum board in there. But I don't particularly mind that right now. That looks pretty good. Trying to think what the right way to do that is. Join, I think. Let's try to join and see what happens if we join. This. If we want to join this wall, this wall. All right. There's a way to do that, a proper way to do that. All right, so, well, this isn't the right location yet, but let's assume it is for now. Let's go just to rendering here. Let's go back to look at that again. We still have that gypsum board coming through. Where I put a piece of gypsum board across there. Now, let's go back to this section. How do we handle it? Well, that works well around here, but it's just not going to work well in the dining room, is it? In terms of spacing, let's say we want to, let's copy all of that. Copy that. Midpoint here. Let's see if we can pick a midpoint here. All right. We can do two. We still have that issue with the gypsum board. While we're waiting for the other rendering to pop up. Okay. For now, let's go back to the first floor. Let's put our camera back where we had it before, which was here. Let's take a picture of that. And spread it out so we can see the stairs. So we have that which we want to. That's the room separation. We're going to just hide that category. And we can see any more because of that archway there. And this is so we've cut this wall, and if we can join, I think we can join this guy. So I'll just go to that view find it right here. All right, so let's do this. We'll take it to there. And we'll copy. Here. Here. Mirrored it up. That happened. All right. All right, so I'm going to mirror that about this guy right here. Now I can drag him all the way over to there. Then I'm going to mirror about this one. Drag him. And let's look at that. Great. Won't show up in the rendering. ZE. View. So we'll come back in a second and take a look at what that looks like. All right, so you can see that this wall got smoothed out, so did this wall behind the stairs. And you kind of start to see, get an idea of the room shaping up. Have to put a ceiling in there. Maybe put a fancy ceiling in there to kind of break it up a little bit. And of course, I'd probably change these to the same kind of material, but just as an ability to kind of start to get a feel for this space, it's kind of interesting. So that's what I wanted to do, was start to develop this great room a little bit better. Now, this shadow line is really just the sun casting a shadow from this archway. So there's no, so I'll put a television in here, maybe some artwork on this wall. And maybe some accessories on the table, plates and stuff. And, yeah, so it's starting to take shape. 100% sold on that huge 2-story space, but I think with a nice ceiling in there, it'll look good. But when you start to put the ceilings in, then you want to put in all of your light fixtures as well, because you need illumination. Right now, I'm letting the sun illuminate it, so it looks pretty nice. I'm kind of happy so far. Ways to go though.